Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Remember Me. So, we're probably about halfway through La Bastille, this super prison in which they take your memories away, both at the beginning and as punishment they take away more memories. So, seemingly everybody in this prison doesn't know why they're in prison at all. At least the inmates do. It's also guarded by an increasing collection of armored guys, which I suppose there's a question there is why is this a co-ed prison that can have females and males on the same floor, room to room, and allow the inmates to wander around freely, and yet all of the guards are male. Anyways, I guess that doesn't matter. What we're doing here is we've stolen the memories of one of the guys in charge, and because of that we can open a door that I didn't even realize was a door. Interesting. So we're trying to sneak to Madame, who is in charge of this prison. It's questionable if Madame is a real person or some kind of AI. This sure looks like a metal detector, so I'll probably walk through here and the gate will close at some point. There's a lot of little doorways that are closed and you can't access it so far. It's not a big deal. It makes sense in this scenario, and it's not something we've run into when we were running around the slum section. Alright, so we're back to a prison section. I guess that's Madame.
Madam, we have a security breach in the guards' locker room.
Expand, please.
Sergeant Vaughn has been attacked. Total memory wipe.
I want that intruder found.
The
Double patrol.
face
I'm
models
activating the brain drain.
of
The only person allowed to play with memories here is me.
okay, so she's a boss. So this thing is just, I think, assumingly sucking all the memories out of everybody.
Just stay out of the light, Nilin.
This is, of course, a wall. I have to really question how does this technology work? I mean, this just feels fictitious at this point because light.
Can't lose any more memories.
Like, the light sucks your memories out, is what they're saying. There's something interesting here. This inmate has a toilet that he's vomiting in, yet in the previous section where we were in the jail cell block, there were no toilets in those cells. Seems like you can be half in and half out. The indicator lines are not giving me a lot of information, but we've got a crazy guy. I kind of just want to wander around and look at all these inmates. Look for collectibles. But I don't think I can get away with that. So I need to get, I guess, to that point. This is cool as far as an expansion on not getting in the zone of detection of the drones, but I wouldn't really want to do this much more.
Simple press of a button and whoosh. Cell's on its way to maintenance. Just the place for an uninterrupted 40 winks.
So there's a button hidden on the toilet, and that's why there are toilets.
Tension cell compromised. Please dispatch to tension cell compromised. Please dispatch to maintenance.
This is ridiculous, though. We kind of started in what looked like a maintenance section and used a cell as an elevator, and now we're using a cell as an elevator again.
Madam and Dr. Quaid are required in the interrogation block.
They still don't give her a name.
You hear that? The interrogation rooms aren't far. Get going.
At least Kid Christmas had a name. And I assume... Alright, so now we're back to avoiding being detected by those drones, and I'm happy for that, because it would have been pretty annoying to deal with that brain drain much more. I'm looking around to see if there's any real collectibles to find or get. We've got a lot of stuff going on, certainly. And the collectible looks like it's might be one back this way. Maybe, maybe not. Let's go. Let's look around a little bit more. I have run into several locations where I'm just not really certain where I'm supposed to go or what I'm supposed to do. Alright, so there is a collectible there. But I think I'd probably have to just run for it. Yeah. See, so it's like a buggy drone. Yeah. Heal herself up a little bit for that small amount of damage we took. Feels like my health may have been increased because I'm playing on easy also. I wouldn't be surprised if every now and then they give me bits of extra health when I leave a scene, so I don't start the next scene with incredibly low amounts of health. That certainly was a problem with old games. In the old days, you could potentially even hit a checkpoint and then get into an area where you absolutely could not survive. Finally we see a useful android. So, let's see. Logic bomb. And jump backwards. Let's see. See, I kind of don't have a reason to really want to take on too many of these. Alright, let's see. Logic bomb. And get out of the way. probably need to bring out Fury with 3 of these. They've decided to dogpile on me. These guys are strong. Now here's the problem. These are shielded enemies, so I have to, like, but there's also 2 of them around. I know there are. So somewhere around here is another one to shoot on. Let me ask this. If I was to hit this, I can't place it on her from these guys because they're too high up. So, as long as the shield is up, I can't even do anything. Doesn't seem like there was enough playtesting and thought put into that. That fight took longer than I would have wanted it to, just because of the shields. And the easiest way to have solved this, that problem, would have been to simply have the shields go down when there's nobody else around. So you don't even really have to have a visual indicator that these guys are powering a shield or something like that. Just have it go into kind of like a berserk mode, and in that berserk mode have the shield go down and possibly make it a little bit more aggressive since you know it's the only enemy there. Anyways, there's a scare mech. It's been a while. You make it more aggressive, but make it less effective at the same time if you don't really want to make it do more damage. So you could certainly trick the player.
The interrogation room must be this way.
Let's see. We see a collectible back between the feet of this guy, which of course he's not standing in the same place. So we have a restricted storage room. We have kind of just a small nothing of a section. Interrogator break room. More of these Coke machines that should have been around in the game. Or water fountains. No depiction of food. Somebody knocked over a water fountain with a human body apparently, because that's blood on the floor. They seem to kind of be cool with torturing and beating people. I bet you can get away with that if you're erasing their memories. We can hear in slight bits of background audio. Yeah, there's blood here. Like, really, at this point, we've seen enough to kind of feel like we're on the right side of history. So, like, I really don't feel like there's anything I could do that would change my mind on that. Even if I am acting as a terrorist and causing a lot of damage, it certainly doesn't seem like these guys are any better. And while I generally don't like the idea of playing as a bad guy in video games, this is a story where it feels like she may be a bad guy, but so are the other people, and she doesn't seem like, at least at the moment with her current memories, she doesn't seem to be intentionally trying to do harm. Door closed on me too fast. Let's see. Checking permissions.
You memory hunters are all so naive. Using your gifts for petty theft.
And see, as soon as I walk forward, it... isn't that bad request? Did he get caught? Yeah, this is bad request.
Little shrew, I'm going to teach you the real power of memory games.
Seems like she can sense you, which I don't know how that would be. Her sensing is like really different than
And when
the
I've
others.
finished with you, you'll think you've always adored me.
No, never!
Silence! In time, you will willingly give your life for me.
See, that's kind of odd because Bad Request loved Nilin, and so the question becomes: is it possible?
It's now or never, sis. Snatch the access to the prison servers.
Did Edge do that to Bad Request?
I made some mistakes, but nobody arrested
Let's see.
me.
And you can steal the memories.
My God, Edge. That was Bad Request. They've got him.
Don't get distracted. He'll be freed with all the rest. Follow Madame's remembrance to the memory servers.
Discuss with you the poor condition of our latest volunteers. Vaughn is letting standards slip.
So I'm glad that we saw Bad Request appear in the story again. There's been too many characters that just don't really matter at all. Like the guy who runs the bar, Tommy, and let's see, courtyard or storage. Start with storage. This seems like an awkward selection of storage. Like, you're just gonna have a beam in your storage room? How do you even move that around in a building like this? It's so small and closed off. Like, the entire construction of this jail is really small. I guess maybe you come through this door and helicopter it in or crane it in. Is this courtyard for the guards or is this for
Edge?
for
Okay,
the
I'm in
prisoners?
position. Let's do this.
You're a grade A hero, sis, I swear. You must be close to the entrance to the Panopticon, the central tower. That's where the memory servers are. Use the memory you stole from Madame to find a way in there.
This is kind of reminding me of the central headquarters of, well, yeah, that looks very much like it, of the police in the video game Crackdown. Of course, in that game you were jumping around the edges and climbing. I don't think we're going to be doing that. I think we'll still stay indoors. Yeah, this must be just where the guards work out. I don't think they would be letting the prisoners out in a courtyard. Like, I'm still not certain that they're even feeding them. Although there's then a question of, do you need to eat in this weird reality where technology seems to be everything? Restricted access juvenile delinquency. That's a problem. There, it usually doesn't work well to have the juvenile prisons in the exact same facility as an adult prison. It's a lack of specialization, at least. That's a good question, though. What does the world look like? Like, if you can take people's memories and transfer them, do these kids go to school? Do they? Do you just remove their memories when they do something you don't like? I mean, who knows? This is some kind of new robot. I don't know why she was trying to help it. Alright.
Get closer!
So I'm just gonna do this. And do this.
Yes, you're going to feel some pain.
And then jump this way. And then I'm gonna... So he seems to be...
Like that, don't you?
This seems to be... If you enter a Nephilim's detonate range, dodge fast. So these are Nephilim. They've been using some kind of biblical names for the... oh, so he just also goes off at random times.
Want more?
Did I just blow him up through the ground? Again, this is another one of these movements where Rust in pieces. Turns robot units into allies who will attack all ground units and eventually self-destruct. Open the S-Person menu and do this. And then I guess I target this. Okay. I don't think I can do it. Open this person, relight, and highlight Rust in pieces. Alright. Use the right stick to target this. So they wanted me specifically to come over to this one. And then press A to activate. And apparently it sucks them all in. Alright, so... this is too slow of a series. And that on easy mode just leaves me with this. See, I think this guy couldn't even hit me because he couldn't find a path, which is to show that his pathfinding ability was really, really limited.
What did you do to him?
There we go. Kill.
You're done for, Nilin.
Let's get them all while we're at it. And I imagine what the deal was is
won't show off. What did you do to me?
Combo. Overload these guys because it's taking so much. Alright. Alright, so now I guess the trick is like that. Take on that one. And I guess I don't really have anything else I can do. Again, clear example here of a situation where after all the land troops disappeared, they needed to have run a check and had it gone into a berserk mode. Alright. I wanted to unlock this, and apparently the system is designed so that you always have a choice. So I can ignore this, which arguably means that if I ignore the right things, I might be able to force other things. For instance, if next key I unlock this, then the only other options it could give me is either one of these or one of these style pressings. So I'm gonna switch that to this, and so now Y, X, Y, X, Y will be a damage dealing pressing. How much does it do? 150. Not a considerably large amount of damage even at that. Yeah, I can certainly see why I had to reduce the difficulty just on the case. Well, I thought it was in a cutscene, but that is something great to say about this game. I believe this game came out in 2010, 8 years ago. As of recording, it still looks like a brand new game. It was probably right on the cusp of an Unreal Engine 3 level of programming, and that probably helps it not lose any quality. So there's a remembrance over here, and let's see. This is funny because I wouldn't think that you could just keep on going down this direction. Nah, it just stops. Just empty, reused hallways. You definitely feel the parts where Don't Nod ran out of budget when you start seeing these repetitive hallways. At one point you almost assumed that it was going to be a semi-open world of Neo Paris.
Nilin had outside help. I want La Bastille isolated from the network.
I've done that 10 minutes ago.
This must never happen again, Sergeant Vaughn.
It's Dr. Quaid's fault. That leech does whatever he feels like in his laboratory.
Leave Dr. Quaid out of this. La Bastille's whole reputation was stained by the breakout.
Yes, madam.
And get me Olga Sedova on a secure line. I've got a job for her.
So, was that a memory of what happened when I first broke out? Or is that a memory of what happened right now? It would be kind of tragic if Olga shows up and she gets her brain hacked again and then she starts attacking me because of that. Yeah, that would be tragic if people just keep messing with her brain over and over again. What's going on here?
Knock knock. Gotcha. The only person allowed to play with memories here is me.
So like this was a fake memory, I guess. And so they probably programmed it so regardless of which door you went and did, it wouldn't work the first time. And you had to go and synchronize the other one. That's my assume. I'm looking around to... Yep. Here's Scare Mix. In the end, I don't think it matters. Yeah, it's just... It's the exact same door. So... Here's my guess. A memory-based boss fight. I get in here, I start seeing hallucinations, and I have to fight the hallucinations. Or a bunch of robots jump out of the ceiling and attack me, or people just run through the door and attack me. That'd be the boring one. Hey! New combos available from the combo lab. Press back on the Simpson. Seriously? What new combo? Can I switch this now with X's? No. Can I switch this with X's? No. Can I switch this with Y's? No. No, no. Combo tip timing. It seems like what's happening here is probably I'm revisiting a memory. And because of that, I can't use any of my abilities. So I need a Y, I need an X, Y, X, Y. Y, X, Y, Y. Let's see. Y, X, blow off this guy's shield.
Since when has a remembrane turned out to be hostile? Edge, something bizarre is up here.
Edge won't be able to help you, dear. The game has begun, and it's my turn to play.
And I guess you could say that wasn't amazingly obvious when I first walked in here that it was going to be a memory attack. But I've played a lot of games, and because of that, yeah, this is going to be mind games for a while. I wouldn't be surprised if we walk through the next room and start seeing like false hallways, false doors, things like that. In that same vein, that is also why I'm using my experience in video game writing to assume that as we approach the halfway point in the game, we'll get a twist
my little
and find out that somebody
shrew.
is
You came back
not
to
who
me.
they seem to be.
Flattered.
This is
You seem
interesting.
upset, my darling.
There seems to be
Let's
no
stop these
space in
silly
between the
games.
floors.
Come up. I'm waiting.
Looking at how these doors are lined up, just there's no space where you'd run air conditioning ducts or wiring or just, you know, actual wood or
Nilin,
metal
did
to
you
make
miss
a floor.
me? Not bad. A latched remembrane.
I knew you would appreciate it.
I'm here to get my memory back.
Everything's here.
You only need to look. Your little games don't scare me.
The game feels
either.
like it kind of skipped a section there.
Little one. In time.
Yeah. It's cliched at this point. It rather is. This is slightly different art style, but yeah, now we're going through the Alice through the looking glass type scenario. Exactly like I called it. I don't actually enjoy when things work this way. Actually, I'm always looking for the twist, and I'm always wanting to be surprised by a twist. So if I can call it as a pretty much layman video game critic, or just critic of writing in general, that tells me that the writing wasn't that good. Of course, I've heard of lots of people that don't ever see twists coming too, so it seems like a lot of people just don't have as much experience with twists in story or aren't looking for it. This is very quiet. This is another animated sequence that would have been an interesting
special game,
like
just
trailer.
For you. Would you like that? A private lesson?
Worship me!
Like, I don't have the ability to use any of my senses right now. There we go. So
Your resistance thrills me, my darling.
let's come over here and then do this. And then decide to jump over there. And that didn't do anything to her. You can kind of see Madam has just this
Obey!
She seems like she has 2 health bars. Let's come over here and look at the combo lab. Yeah. All of a sudden now this is unlocked. It wasn't unlocked before. Maybe it was because I was in the middle of a fight. Alright. So let's start switching some of this. Switch this with that. Give me a Y. Switch this with that. Give me a Y. And X. Make that a heal, I guess. X. 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 So this is a massive amount of damage. Now. I'm gonna put this on this. So we get a combo. And what else do we have that we'd like to do? So YYY XXXX 4 then a Y would do 700 damage. And yeah, it doesn't really feel like, I don't think there's anything else to do there. It almost feels like if you want to build this combo or the next combo, you're going to have to start removing presence, which you could do. Like, it is possible to do that. Let's see. I guess at this point we also should ask this question. If we remove this, this, and this, and start switching these out with these, that's 840. And let's see, I could switch that to 890. I could do a little bit of damage. Probably swap these two around. YXYXY, I think it probably should be a heal move. So I'm moving everything around. And yeah, the chains, like remove that, chain here, and then put that here. I kind of wonder, so that puts the chain further at the front, and if I take this off and this off, I don't think you can chain. Yeah, you can't chain that, so yep. So YYY will at least get us to a balancing combo to XXX, and it kind of lets me start to ignore these so much. And let's see, while we're here, let's also remove this, make this do some damage first, and then have it do, I guess, more time cooldown there. Alright, sorry, we were in the middle of a fight. We're in this big boss fight, and now is the time to...
This time, you should stay forever.
So what are we trying to do? Like, are we trying to hit her? Yes. I think that is the move. And we'll just logic bomber. And that'll take a decent amount of health off of her.
Let's play another game.
I don't feel like...
Welcome back. I've missed you.
Like, I don't think I'm really trying to do anything too much here, but I probably need a better combo if I'm going to try and reduce the time.
You can't handle this,
Yeah, this is,
can you?
This is not working right now, because I almost certainly, well, I've got enough time where I can, if I could just walk onto her, she's
You won't
jumping
get
around.
me that easily.
No, it seems like she's jumping around until I kill everybody. Alright, so let's go in Fury mode and start doing this. She jumps all
Don't
over
fight
the
your
screen.
desire to worship me.
She sure seems to have a god complex. Alright, so what's the trick here?
Now, I'm not that easy.
Let's try this. And then do this.
Enough of this. You cannot defeat me.
So we're having to use all the senses to figure out different ways to beat her. It's gonna be weird if we do a memory remix.
I die. Run.
Alright, so ground is kind of disappearing from out from under me. And
you won't get
can't
that
hit
easily.
anybody, so I can't reduce my cooldown. So I have 150 seconds, it seems. Seems like you might be safe on the clear stuff.
Welcome back. I've missed you.
Yeah, this isn't working. We need to switch this with like this. So yeah, remove this, and if this is DLC, which I assume it is, these yellow ones, you would be in such an awful position. You simply would not be able to make half as many of the combos as you would like to.
You can't handle this, can you?
Alright, so let's do it. Where is she? Alright, so it seems like these just appear, so you can actually run anywhere you want. It didn't make that super clear. It felt like the floor was disappearing out from underneath you. Pretty much you can just...
I'm not that easy.
You can do whatever you want, it seems. And we're getting tips at halfway through
Don't
the game,
fight your desire to worship.
telling us what we should be doing to unlock the one action that is actually needed. Let's try 3, 4, 4, Y. So I did that combo, that very long combo that did a lot of damage, and that moved her into the next phase. Trauma.
Your resistance thrills me, my darling.
For a second there, I thought it said Truman. I'm like, Truman? Who's Truman?
Come to me, Nilin. Find me if you can.
How about this? A logic bomb while you also have it.
Kneel to me. Adore me.
So we need to beat on somebody just to reduce the cooldown. A couple more times.
You've learned nothing in your time away from me.
Of course, if the story's to be believed, my time away from her has only been a couple of days. Let's see. What if I was to do Rust in Pieces? Not too much. That didn't work either. Alright, well fine, we'll just beat on all of them. Until we find somebody. 3, 4, 5, 6. There's an 8-hit combo. Terminate, it said. I just hit the button and terminated her. Like, that's a new button prompt. I kind of wonder if maybe I wasn't supposed to hit the button prompt and spare it. It'd be really crazy if there was a spare option in the middle of a boss fight. Well, I kind of felt like I had won there, so I don't know why I'm back at this point.
This time, you should stay forever. Crawl.
Right. Let's try this one. That didn't work. So I need to get some help.
Worship me.
So, going into Fury mode actually doesn't do anything to increase my health. I guess we get 3 choices, and if you mess up, I probably need this combo to start
you should stay
healing more. I'm doing a decent amount of healing off these moves, but not enough. Alright, let's shoot.
Obey!
That wasn't what I meant to do. And see, if I don't use a full blast on him, it doesn't work. Let me ask this. If I did Rust in Pieces, that won't work. Let's try this. And let's logic bomb.
Suffer unto me!
Yeah, it really doesn't feel like I'm gonna win until I find the right clone of her. And that means I have 3 chances.
Thrills me, my duck.
It does feel like my fury is increasing more than it used to.
Mine! All lower their eyes to Madame.
Maybe I'll try,
in your time
when there's a bunch of them, maybe I'll try the other sensing ability. Alright, so now, do this.
You cannot make me! How dare you make me! It's obscene!
Terminate again. And I get the quick time events again. And I'm doing it again. And is there a quick time event I just didn't see before? Like, I'm not seeing any button presses. Am I supposed to be doing something there at that point?
Crawl!
Like, maybe I'm just supposed to hit the B button. I'll just hit the B button next time after I do everything else. Maybe I was supposed to figure something out that
Worship
the game
me!
is just not explaining. We're kind of good. So we do this. We activate this. We hit this. Maybe we don't terminate? It doesn't seem like anything changes. I don't see any reason why this would happen this way. Alright, so I'm just gonna hit B. I'm just gonna hit B and move the controllers and see if something happens. Like, what's supposed to be going on here?
You are mine! Mine! All lower their eyes to Madame.
If I'm like in my current setup as I'm doing this, is there something different I could do? If I come over here, I do this, and then what? Logic bomb. That knocks her down. And then I'm just gonna tap the buttons as fast as possible. I mean, we already know what they are even, so... Tap X, right stick, right bump. Oh, now it says tap A at the bottom. Oh man, I've just not been seeing it. That kind of sucks. Oh, and we're like 13 minutes over in this recording. We'll have to stay with it.
Child.
I don't know why A would have been the prompt, or why that would have been obvious.
This time, you should stay forever.
Let's hit and then let's get some health back if we can. We're good now. Let's see. And this. Where is she? Fail point. And it should be X. And just tapping A like crazy now. That's the first time we've had a quick time where we had to tap a button, by the way. In the middle of the game. So we get 1,000 points for that. And sadly let's see. We're gonna need another 4,000 for the next thing we can unlock. But that's where this recording is gonna end. I imagine we're gonna steal memories and do a hack on our brain. If not, wow, there's really only gonna be maybe 2 sequences of that, or 1 sequence of that. That would be really surprising, since they sold the game on the idea of rehacking people's brains. I know there's achievements around doing at least one of those, I think. So anyways, like I said, 13 minutes over dealing with a button prompt that I just wasn't seeing, so I don't know if it was there or not. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend to follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below in the description box. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.